Hi everybody and welcome back to Chess for Charity. In this video I will talk about triangulation and how it's important in king and pawn endgames. So first of all I should talk about what triangulation actually is. So as the name suggests, you want to make a little triangle. And the reason you want to do that is so that you can essentially pass the turn to the other player. So look at this position as a little study here. So let's just talk about what you shouldn't do, right? If I wanted to go up the board, what's that going to do? That's going to lose. And why is that? Because look, they take the opposition, and now I have nothing. So if I were to do this is a stalemate, as you should know. So look, now if I were to do something like this, that might seem sensible, right? The idea is to maybe try to go in here. Well, if I do that, they respond to me by taking the opposition again, right? So no matter what I do, here, there, right, they take the opposition. Now this is just a draw, right? We're in the same position as before, and it's going to be a stalemate again. Okay, so what is the idea? Well, do I go here? Well, no. What do? Do I try to, I can't go this way, I can't go this way. What other moves are there? I can't push the pawn, that'll just get taken, and that doesn't give me anything, right? So it seems like instead of taking opposition, allowing black to take opposition, I should say, we take opposition. We go distant opposition. We go king to f4. Now, why is this important? Well, now, instead of us being in a position to give up ground, now black is giving up ground. And again, they're here, and I want to take the distant opposition, right? That's an even number of squares, or an odd number of squares between us. And now they're going away. I'm not so sure why the king goes this way and not back, but now you can just infiltrate. Right? The idea is that if the king were to come here, you'd go there. Right? The idea is to keep in this. I could just, once I'm here, I could secure the pawn. And this is going to be a simple checkmate. I'm just going to do it quickly here. And this is going to be mate in a few. Oops. That was not what I wanted to do, but that's okay. It's still mate. Okay, that's one example. Right, now let's just go through it again one more time just to see from this position. Now, if the king would have gone here, and it says it's a blunder, but that doesn't really matter because this is as black. As you're losing as black either way. Now you go here. Right? You see that now that I went here, black has to give up ground. And I think I can go either way. My instinct is to go here. Let's see. Does that work? Now, if you check, then they go here. And that's not going to be okay because if you take, they end up shouldering you off. So I think you just take. Right? And you just hold the pawn. Right? Yeah. And then the ending goes. So you have to be very careful in these endgames because it's very delicate. Okay, I like the way that looks, the little aesthetic kind of mate there. So that's a simple example, simple-ish. The idea is to take the distant opposition and to see what you can do with it. Now let's look at one a little harder. So like it says here, triangulation is key. Yes. If it would be black's move, black would have to give way. Exactly. So what do I do? Well, right now, it's white's move, and black would like to get here. Right? That's the idea. But if I were to go here, then black goes here, and now I have to give up ground, and then they go here, and I have to, I'm essentially running around. So let's just show that. So if I were to go here, look at how this doesn't really work. Oh, wait a second. Maybe it does work. I was thinking I'm running around. Oh, well, I guess because I have this pawn, it works. Okay, that works out. I was thinking it didn't work out. Let's go back. Let's show it again. What I was going to suggest was something like this. Like that. This is what I was thinking. So now, it's a similar idea. Now they go back. Yeah, it's going to be the same idea. But look at how, now you can win from there. Let's go back and try it again. So let's think about what doesn't work. So if I were to check, look, that doesn't work. This is stalemate, by the way. Well, it's not going to be stalemate, but it's going to be stalemate. It's not stalemate now, but yeah. Okay, now let's try it again. So you have to kind of, when you're playing these positions out in classical chess or even blitz chess, you have to imagine what is the best move here. What should I do? And your king can't infiltrate, so your king can either go back here, 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 and you have this pawn move. So you have 5 moves. So you could just say, hey, let's just take a chance. 1 out of 5. but we want to think about it a bit more. So if I were to go here instead, right, similar idea, right? If I go here, see how I'm kind of dancing with the king? But the idea is to take this square when they can't take anything. They can't take this square. They'd have to go back, right? So they went here, so then you go here. They're trying to essentially get stalemated, but it's not going to work. And then from here, it's pretty simple. Hopefully you can mate from here. Oops. My mouse skills are terrible, but that's the way that I do it. And then they're going to go back. I go here. It's going to be mate in a couple. 1, 2, and then there's mate. Okay. So let's look at a different one. This is a little harder now. So this is one that's actually from a famous game. And if you know the game, great. I played it out already, as you can see, just to show, but the idea here is you want to reset the position. So you actually, in this position, you play King H2. Now, if I'm not fantastic here, but I would look at this and think it's a draw, because I think as white, you can't move. You're going to have to go back and forth. And as black, you're going to have to teeter-totter because you can't take this pawn ever, or else this guy goes through. And the same thing here. If black moves, you just keep moving. You just keep waiting. But it turns out you can, and I'm probably going to mess this up because this is like high-level stuff. But essentially, you want to try to get your king here while the king is back here, because then you can mate. So you're kind of always doing it with this threat of mate. So if I were to go here, with the threat of going here, they're going to have to stop me, and then I'll be able to infiltrate, it looks like. So maybe here. Yeah, so now they have to prevent me from going here. Now I can run, queen. 1, 2, 3, 4. So 1, let's do it this way. 1 there, 1 there, 1 there, 1 there. Pawn D7, I'm getting ready to promote, they promote. That's with a check though, and I think that's a winning ending. Whether or not I can win that ending against a super good computer, that's a different question. Yeah, the engine is saying it's winning, but that does not mean it's winning, right? I'd want to check, maybe take this pawn at some point if I can, and go from there. But this is essentially a win, because you have an extra pawn, and with some careful technique, you should be able to win. I'd want to protect against any squares. Oh, okay, I think I should handle this. I should be able to win this. I just go here. You can't do anything to stop me. Yep. And then here. And then however you want to do it. You could just take here. No stalemates. Just be very careful of stalemate. This and this. Awesome. So the idea is to triangulate your king, right? I think the best example is the first example. If we just look at it again, right? You have to make sure you're keeping opposition, even if it means going backwards. That's the key idea. It may seem counterintuitive that going backwards is the way to win, but sometimes that is the best way, right? I could chase the king again, but what's the point of that? They'll just go back. So instead, now they're far away. Now I can shoulder them off even more. If they go here, I can go there. And then I can get here and then push. Yeah, look at how far the king is away. You can just push the pawn. You don't have to do anything. And then let's cut them off. Let's check them. It's going to be mate in 1, 2, 3. Look at that. Is that the most efficient? Maybe not, but it worked. So I think being able to understand how the pieces can kind of have some synergy really helps with these kinds of endgames. And this is just a taste of triangulation. There are more complicated examples for sure. But I think it's good to know distant opposition and king and pawn endings and how easy it is to spoil a win. You don't want to do all this work to get a winning position and then lose, or not necessarily lose, but draw, throw away the win when it is winning with just, 4 pieces on the board, 5 pieces on the board. That must hurt. So that's pretty much it for this video. If you like the content, be sure to like it on YouTube and subscribe. I'm going to try to be putting out videos as often as I can. The whole idea of this channel is chess for charity, which means that I play chess and half of all the income I get through YouTube and Twitch goes directly to charity. This month, it's the American Heart Association. Next month, it's going to be something else. And every month after that, I'm going to be changing it. So if you enjoy the content, be sure to like it. And that's it for now. Thanks so much. Bye.